Kipsters, this is Mrs. Vasquez, and today we're going to do some math together. First, we're going to start off by doing a CGI problem, and then we'll add up some numbers that are partners of 9. Today, all you need is a pencil and some paper if you want to do the math with me. And if you want to get extra fancy, you can find 9 of one thing to do your addition problems later. I have 9 game pieces right here. Now, the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to read our math problem. So, my voice is on. Amir has 7 balloons, and Juliana has 2 balloons. How many more balloons does Amir have than Juliana? The very first thing that I want to do is I want to circle the numbers that I'm going to be working with. Amir has 7 balloons, and Juliana has 2 balloons. I know that my unit is also balloons. So what I want to solve for is how many more balloons does Amir have than Juliana? Take a moment to think about what we're going to do before I tell you. Now, if you said that we're going to compare, you are right. I know that Amir has 7 balloons and Juliana has a smaller number. So we're going to compare our balloons to find out how many more Amir has. The very first thing that I want to do is I want to draw my 7 balloons. If you have a piece of paper, you can follow along with me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I know that we've been doing our math by putting 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom if we have something left. But today, we're doing it a little bit differently since we are comparing. Now, I made my 7 balloons. I want to go back and count again to make sure that I drew the right number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's Amir's 7 balloons. Now, I know that Juliana has 2 balloons. Go ahead and make your 2 balloons on your paper if you're following along. I'm going to count. 1, 2. In the Bradley classroom, we always go back and we want to count again to make sure that we drew the right balloons. 1, 2. Juliana has 2 balloons. Now that I've drawn everyone's balloons, I'm going to look closely and I'm going to compare to find out how many more balloons Amir has than Juliana. I'm going to start by making pairs or partners. I can draw a line from one balloon to another. Here's Amir's balloon on top and Juliana's on the bottom. I see they both have 1 balloon to start with. Now they both have 2 balloons. I see that Amir has lots of balloons left over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to circle his balloons and then count them to figure out how many more balloons he has than Juliana. Here are Amir's balloons. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted 5 balloons. I'm going to go back and we're going to count it again. We're going to count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I see that Amir has 5 more balloons than Juliana. Now, what I would want to do is I can put my numbers in a number bond, or even a number sentence. but we'll have to use the total. We'll subtract to do our number sentence. I know that Amir started off with 7 balloons. And Juliana has 2 balloons. We match these 2 together to get our answer. Amir has 5 more balloons. Than Juliana. We can put these numbers now into a number bond if we want. My whole is going to be my biggest number, or the number that I started out with. We're going to put Amir's 2 parts into our number bond. Amir has 2 balloons that match Juliana's, and he has 5 balloons more than Juliana. So these are how many balloons Amir has altogether. I know that my big number is my whole, and my 2 smaller numbers are my part. Now, take a moment to finish up your work before we start something new.